Sage Forsaken here, and today we're looking at, well, not news for the final faction. I guess it's kind of misleading. I'm sorry about that. We're looking at how the final faction figures are made. That means we're going to disassemble the Kharn. We're going to start with the Kharn, but we're going to disassemble some Kharn figures and kind of see how they're put together. Now, this Kharn Brute just has 2 screws. It comes right apart after you take the screws out. There's not a lot of glue to worry about or anything. The only thing that's interesting is when you're looking at the Kharn figure, the actual peg for the neck, for the head, is not where the figure's pieces come together. So essentially, you have to kind of understand that you'll have to pop that out. I bet you'll find a lot of Kharn bodies without this head, when you're going thrifting and stuff. So next, of course, so that's how it looks without the head. I got that popped off and everything. The next thing I decided to do was look at the Synthoid. It had the chunkier legs, and I wanted to see if those chunkier legs could be swapped, if they had the same size disc as far as for the Brute. So the Brute has the big disc, and they were the same diameter. The pegs on the Synthoid legs were a little bit longer, so the Synthoid legs went onto the Brute without any problems, but they were a little loose on the figure, like they would wiggle if you picked the figure up a little bit. But it does look pretty good, and it makes them a little bit shorter. If you painted them up the same color, you probably wouldn't be able to hardly tell that this is swapped. Though, of course, there is a little bit of difference in the sculpting because it's more, the Synthoid is more of a, I don't know, like there's metal and organic and shell and stuff in there. But that's how it looks compared to the original. So next I took apart the, basically the little guy. And he, of course, didn't have those big discs like the other figures. But what was interesting, I'm wondering if the humans would have these same size discs. So I didn't want to take any of my humans apart yet because I'm still waiting on to get extra sets. But if they do, then it'll be interesting that head on a human figure would pretty easily make a zombie if you repainted it green or something of that nature. So I was able to put the Brute head into the drone body and the drone head onto the Brute body. So that's the kind of swapping I was able to do. I was able to swap some legs. The Brute legs, since they had the shorter peg, would not go onto the Synthoid body without some modification. And I didn't want to modify anything today. But if you like these videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, pour on the plastic.